Yes, yo, we back up in the mix. Welcome to 2 Cents, where we talk about any and everything and give our 2 cents. I am your esteemed host with the most, Romey Mac, and I just like to welcome you guys to another great show here at 2 Cents. It's me and the Deacon Balls today, but before we get going, I'll say something real quick. We are working towards being better people, going to therapy, mental health. We're making it a focus. We're trying to love people better and recognize our worth, find, self-love, and we just gonna keep moving. So thank you guys for always for listening from the start and everything. Got a big announcement. I mean, it's big for us, and we're gonna celebrate our small stuff, and we're gonna celebrate our big stuff. We have hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. Want to thank everybody for those who have taken the time to ever listen to whether a second of the video, hours, whatever. You know who your loyal fans are. You know who you people are just passing through, just saying what's up, saying what it is, whether it's for you and whether it's not. So thank you guys for doing that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As far as the update on the mental health stuff, I'm doing pretty well for the most part. I had to back away from everything and everyone for a little bit. I had to, because I was getting very dependent. I find myself being very dependent on people, and everybody has their life, that they got going on. So you don't always have time to attend to me. That's been the issue I've had since a kid, and that's something dealing with, childhood and all of that, like validation and all that stuff and dependency. So now I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to depend on myself a lot more than ever before, and it feels good. At the same time, I want to still be a great friend to those. Like if anything, you have something you want to talk about or whatever, you can always still hit me up. But if it's like, oh, I ain't heard from Rome today. It's not an attack on you. It's more so what I'm dealing with inside. So just doing stuff a lot more. I'm getting out a lot more to the gym. That is getting out, because I'm broke as shit at the moment. This is intern life, what I like to call with the podcast. But one day we will be like, I remember when I didn't have money for this, but that's another story. So going to the gym, I'm gaming again with Deke online. And I'm getting my ass kicked in hockey, but it's still fun. It's just a stress reliever and a stress causer all at the same damn time. And Jeff will be playing Apex or whatever game that Deke be playing. But it's fun to get away, to get away from a lot of things that that you're dealing with. But still, the only way to get through it is to go through it. So I advise anybody that, whatever you're dealing with. I mean, it's easier said than done. I know, because the traumas and shit that I deal with is definitely still haunting me, and I'm trying to work through them, like through my pain. Everybody's got their own own ways of dealing with pain. I'm gonna find mine, and I'm gonna get this thing going. But without further ado, I gotta get my big bro, the Deacon, the Reverend, as I like to call him, onto the show. Deacon Balls, man, what it is?
What up, boss? You know what it is?
Yeah, man. We back up in this thing. First off, but for those battle rap fans, I want to say that Cassidy is no more. All right, Cassidy's done. I'm gonna say that. I know some of y'all listening.
They gonna book him another battle.
Yeah.
URL.
I know some of y'all listening don't really know who the fuck Cassidy is, but he was very big when we were in high school. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? That shit, his record that he had, and then I'm a Hustler. That probably his biggest shit to date is I'm a Hustler. I think that's probably the best record I've heard him on. But just heard him on there, and it's just like, wow, But anyway, moving, I just wanted to touch on that. I know Jeff has something he wanted to say about Cassidy, man. Go ahead, bro.
Cassidy's been losing every battle. He thinks he's undefeated, bro. He's delusional as hell.
I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about, though. You're like, dude, it's not even like they're not good.
He won, or he might have did good in, is the one, what's the battle, right? Disaster.
Yeah.
All the rest of his battles, that's the one with Disaster. Like, there was a 2-day event. He had another day to see how the crowd felt and everything.
But he just, it just wasn't. I mean, we'll probably. I'll say, you know what? I'm gonna save that for Croombe's joints and game. But we'll get into that later on in the show, and we'll go start with what's popping and pop. So this week, our beloved president Donald Sonny D, better also known as Teflon Don Trump, decided to order a hit on an Iranian general, which has set the world on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like viral news and all this shit. Then Iran responds by hitting 2 of our bases in Iraq. Like, what? You didn't even go through the proper channels to get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck, Holmes? What the fuck, Holmes, is going on? Is the question. You know what I mean? Like, what are we trying to do here? What was the cause of that? Now, I want to point out something that I love quoting D.L. Hewley. I follow him on Instagram. If you don't know comedian D.L. Hewley, he is definitely a community activist, and especially when it comes to like human rights and black rights specifically. But he showed up a post that showed that Putin has killed more people than this individual that was taken out. But for whatever reason, Putin ain't bothered. You know, there's no hit on Putin. You know what I'm saying? So that's just funny. But Jeff, I mean, D, what was your take on it, man?
It ain't really a take on it, man. This dude just been going out doing whatever the hell he please without nobody saying anything to him. That's what it is.
Don't it feel like we in Scarface and he said, "I told you, no kiss. You die, man."
That was illegal. What he did was pretty much illegal. He still did it anyway.
I told you.
He didn't go through any proper change inside like the house or none of that. He just bombed this dude. And you gotta think, like I was telling other people, there's other people at the fucking embassy. Just because it's U.S. embassy doesn't mean there's like British people there. They weren't freaking out. I mean, when they ran the gate, they weren't freaking out about it. There's no way you're gonna be able to overrun a fucking gate at an embassy. They wasn't even overrunning the gate in like 2001 when they were blowing themselves up. They couldn't even get through. So how the fuck are they getting through now? Somebody let them through. They already said it. They knew ahead of time they're gonna run the gate. So why you gonna get mad about it? Like, fucking retarded, man. You killed a second in command and you expect them to fucking like bow down to that shit? Yo.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what got him is the British, they were saying they're not helping him. That's what just happened. You know, pissed so many people off. The Allies like, well, if you go to war, we ain't help you.
Yep.
So he on his fucking own. That's why he backing out. Because he's stupid.
Yeah, these motherfuckers. Yeah, that motherfucker. What he's doing is beyond me. But from the start, he's been consistent with being beyond me. So I gotta give it to Scar.
They're doing a thing to take away his powers based on Iraq right now.
Yeah,
they're having a fucking meeting on that.
Restricting. They're restricting. They actually got approved for him to restrict what he can do with Iraq right now. And
what president has gotten that shit done like that? That's how fucking retarded he is. He was talking about bombing their like historic sites and shit.
He is Scar.
It makes sense.
Listen, Scar is running the fucking Pride Land. We are literally at the point where Scar is like, where is your hunting party? They're not doing their job. That's where the fuck we are right now in the world. This motherfucker's doing whatever he fucking pleases.
Yo, let's tell him, baby. What he did was illegal, man.
Yeah. So
and they haven't even put forth the evidence of what he was saying this guy was doing. Why he killed him. There's no evidence that came forth. Just like when we went to war a long time ago with Bush, and it took years for people to be like, hey, where the fuck is the evidence? Oh, I didn't have any evidence.
Yeah, you talking about there are weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And then what is it, Black Gallagher? Where's the weapons of mass destruction? That's what I'm talking about. Osama bin Laden. We need to call him Osama bin Laden. That shit was funny, man. Mad funny, man. So we're gonna move into the next topic real quick. I don't really know much about the British, but I do know who Meghan Markle is. If you watch that show Suits, she's the bad one on there, and there's a couple bad ones on that show, to be honest. But you know what I'm saying, she married Prince Harry, British royalty, and she's been treated like a nigga ever since she's been with over there. So Prince Harry, being the stand-up guy that he is, he says, fuck that, I love my wife and we leaving this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And then they're upset because I guess they're probably trying to make it, pin it off on it's because of her, the reason that, you know, he's leaving the family. You damn right it is.
Yeah. That's his wife.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we ain't all mad. He's still like, yo, y'all just gotta like.
You're upset. You talking about, you know, this like everyone having this nigger baby and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect to happen, man? For her to continue to take that treatment? No. This is 2020. And we at a point where we can take matters into our own hands, and I applaud both of them. Really, Prince Harry, man, for doing that. I'm sure that it's causing a rift within his own family, but he did it for a good cause. You know what I mean? And it's good. I hope that, and I really do hope that the wife appreciates that when a man does something for her, you know, them really. But we'll get into that a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the stuff that me and Deke been discussing throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into that a little bit later. But shouts out to Meghan and Prince Harry, and hopefully everything works out well with that. All right, so Deke hit me with this before I got in the gym. I was at the gym right before doing this show, and he was telling me about this billionaire that wants to give $9 million to his, spread apart. I think, like, was it 9,000 each or something like that?
9,000 each, man.
Yeah, 9,000 each. But give away that it's an experiment he wants to do to see if money makes you happy. The quick answer is no. But I will take $9,000 to invest into creating more money. You use that money and then you apply it to making more money. That's what you do. You got to learn how to make money while you sleep. Otherwise, you're gonna work until you fucking die. For those who don't understand financial literacy, these are some gems for you that I've learned and I want to pass on to our followers. You have to find a way to make passive income. Passive income is everything. So whether you buying a house, whether you learn about stocks, whether you learn about, like, you start a business, whatever, start an eBay. eBay is so fucking simple. Practically, you take pictures of shit that you had that you don't even use, that somebody else will look at and be like, it's almost like, you know, one person's loss is another person's treasure or whatever, that concept, and you get money in return. Now, granted, eBay gonna take 13% of your of the stuff that you get, of whatever money you make. eBay's taking 13% of that. Just you gotta give the man, you know what I'm saying, the middleman a cut. That's how that works. But this whole thing, $9,000. Yes, I take it. I take $9,000. Will it make me happy because I would use it to make more money, to create wealth, so that my family can be secured, like the future. My daughter, if she decides to have kids, my daughter says she ain't having no damn kids, right? Well, she has no intention on having kids, but that's a whole nother thing. But I mean, other children later on who may want to have kids, you know what I'm saying, their future will be secure based off of me having this particular wealth, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I would want that idea of the billionaire giveaway for happiness. But Deke, how do you feel about this whole thing? Because you brought it up, man. So yeah, what you think?
Man, it'll make me happy giving that money right now, man. Fuck that, I'll take it. I'm not gonna get in the whole thing about like financial literacy, because like that is a big problem with our community, because we ain't taught that.
That's why we gonna talk that shit. Whoever gonna listen to the show is gonna understand that these black brothers are gonna talk about financial literacy. And if you don't know what it is, we have Google. Anything you don't understand out of somebody's mouth, Google that shit. Google Scholar if you want to be real, to verify that it is legit content. But I would like for us to learn more about financial literacy, because we need to know that shit. Money is very new to the black. No. I take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I almost lied. Money's not new to the black community. We come from royalty ourselves, kings and queens and shit like that. But we don't know how to manage our money. I'll say that. We lack, or some of us lack the education of how to manage our money, but money's not new to us. I almost lied. I almost forgot my history. But yes, we are kings and queens. We come from royalty, and that is, you know, the shine that we used to. We just got to learn how to manage our money once again. That is what I feel on that subject. So, with that being said, we going into the next segment, and it is, of course, Deacon Balls Joints and Gains, Croombe Joints and Gains. So Jeff, man, hit me what you got for the week.
As of right now, It's kind of like a slow like gaming thing.
Yeah.
Because it's the beginning of the year. When it's the beginning of the year, it's always slow. So ain't really nothing much came out right now. They got a game called, it's a horror game called DTFO. Get the fuck out. I haven't looked at it yet. I think it might be along the lines of like whenever the game drops, I'm gonna try to check it out, see what's up with it.
All right, bet. Cool. But as we were saying earlier, talking about Cassidy and the battle rap shit, like, so the Arsenal Cassidy battle, you haven't seen it yet, but I don't want to see it. I told you, don't listen, man. If you have like this idea of what Cassidy was to you, I mean, if you've seen the Goods battle, it was like, yeah, all right, that's not as strong as Cassidy is known to be, because Cassidy used to be feared and shit. But Arsenal says a dope ass line, man, that's just like a bar, and he's complimenting Cassidy in his face at the same time tearing him down. He was like, he fought somebody because somebody said that that Jay Mills was better than you. Crowd goes nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to you is basically what Arsenal say. You say, I'm disappointed. And the thing is, it's actually true. That's true. I'm disappointed too, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Cassidy? Like, something looks.
Man, he battled Goods, he's trash. I'm just saying, he just like, he's not built. He doesn't. Okay, let me put it like this: Cassidy can write bars. He can write. He got skills. But what it is he don't know what like battle rap culture wants right now.
Yep, he don't take time to study that shit. He's too busy downing.
He got people around him.
Yep. The nigga, the thing about the nigga is that he downs the shit. He ain't trying to pay attention. He's almost, in a sense, he's like me. How you be telling me about artists and shit, Jeff, and then I be like, nah, I don't really want to fuck with that shit. But you on a main scale level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out there. That's your I don't do rap for a living. You know what I'm saying? Do you do rap for a living? Why wouldn't you study your craft? You want to battle rap. Why wouldn't you study what's around there? Like, if again,
I don't understand it. Like, he goes to battles. That's what I've been saying. He was going to battles and shit. So he's in the battles, like
bars.
The battle crowd. So he should know what people want. Even let me put this to you. Even what's her name? I don't fucking like. Cardi B was in battle rap at one point. A lot of people don't know, but she was a ring guard girl.
Hell yeah.
I know that she knows how to write at some point.
Cardi's sexy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She's sexy. I mean, that personality is a bit unorthodox, but it's funny. But it's a bit unorthodox. I know she be driving Offset fucking crazy on some shit, man. Especially around probably around the time of the month. I'm pretty sure she's driving that motherfucker crazy. And women, I know y'all taking offense to that right now. I'm appalled and all that shit. But you know damn well that some lose their shit. I mean, it doesn't mean that you don't have the right to do so, but just admit you lose your shit sometimes around that time. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, damn, Cass, I gotta hold on to I'm a Hustler. I'm a Hustler album has some joint, like that joint with Wayne, Fabulous, and Cassidy, Wayne, and Fabulous is nasty. You gotta listen to that joint. You gotta listen to it. I forget the name. It's called 6 Minutes to Death. 6 Minutes to Death. For those who listening to this episode, listen to 6 Minutes to Death by Cassidy, and you just it's astounding. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different Cassidy.
Yep. But to be honest, Fabulous.
Battle rap is different from regular rap.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
There's a lot of people can get away with in regular rap.
Yeah.
Get away with in battle rap.
Same. Also, Briz Rothstein. Check out his album.
Oh
yeah, he got this one joint where he fuses ODB.
I like it raw, yeah.
And then he infuses Busta Rhymes. I make sure everything remains raw. Like on that track, that shit's that's probably my favorite joint off that album right now. But it is dope. Briz Rothstein, Fish and Shrimp. Fish and Shrimp is the name of that album. But
my brother told me about it, and I was like, for real? He's like, yo, Biz Rothstein got some shit. I was like, all right, man. And it's fire. Rick Ross thing is it's crazy. A lot of these battle rappers, like when you put them on a track, some of them can't do it. I like Shotgun. Shotgun still sounds good on tracks. He sound. Red sound good on tracks. Shotgun sounds good on tracks. They some of these motherfuckers is just like, you like, what the fuck is going on? It's the industry shit.
Yeah, battle rap and mainstream rap is definitely two different animals. You know what I'm saying? But being that Suge is on a different time zone right now, I gotta step in and do the Suge rant. It's gonna be called Romey's Rant today, but this rant is really just about, I want to say what we was talking about earlier, how you can have a situation where you only see things your way. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it any other way in life. And when someone else wants to better themselves, you don't support it. You know what I mean? Like you try to be better as a person. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that you have a situation come into your life. You know, like again for a very long time. You've been there for people. You've been there for something. You know, you've been there for someone. And then when it comes time for you to be happy, because it doesn't I guess benefit you in a sense, because you're only looking at it your way, you're upset about things. And we gotta look at things from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta take time to be like, yo, this is why this individual decided to do this. You know what I mean? And I get it. I understand why they decided that they're gonna move this way, even if I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't like it, I get why they did it for them, and understand that they did it for them. You know what I mean? So, but said a lot of folks don't get the shine. You know what I'm saying? No one cares about that. This is only about them. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for the rant. I'm sure D can relate to that. You know what I mean? And
I can relate to that heavy, man. I know a lot of people who's been in that boat where they feel like damn, I sacrificed so much.
Yeah.
It's sometimes for me to they're not used to it. They're not used. You know, it becomes a habit of them used to you sacrificing.
Yeah, because you're using.
They used to sacrifice your time.
You're spoiled. You're fucking
money, whatever.
Yeah,
they get used to it. It's just like somebody constantly asking you for money, and you give it to them all the time.
Yeah.
And then one day you need some cash yourself. They're like, and they go into the mall. They're like, man, can I get, you know what I'm saying, $50 fill my tank? They like, nah, man, I ain't got it. Nigga, you just bought like 30 pairs of shoes.
Yep.
They get used to it.
That's why you got to teach people how to treat you, and ultimately that's on us for doing that. Because we allowed that shit to happen. We gotta set rules, and a lot of us don't know how to set boundaries and shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta set motherfucking rules with people just to know for them how to fuck with you. And if you don't have those rules in place, then it's chaos. That's why they have rules, and that's why we have laws in America. Otherwise, motherfuckers be doing what the fuck they want to do. That is ultimately how that works. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna hop right into to topic one, right? And first topic we got is the guy online went viral. He proposed to his girlfriend using like Sleeping Beauty or some shit, and he infused like his hands were opening a box to propose to, you know what I'm saying, his girlfriend, which is dope, to be honest. I don't know if that's like her favorite cartoon or her favorite movie or whatever, but I think that's a creative way of like proposing to your lady. I just hope she appreciates it. So I damn sure hope that she appreciates the lengths that he went for that proposal, and that it's a very creative thing. You know what I'm saying, that he did. I just think it was like super. I think that's super dope. I imagine like if I used a Disney film to propose to anybody, I'd probably use 101 Dalmatians, just because there's a whole lot of damn dogs. But what women like puppies and dogs and shit. So I don't know if it'll be Dalmatians. It might be 101, I don't know, golden retrievers, or 101 Labradors, 101 Chihuahuas, what was it, Pomeranians, any of these motherfuckers to use it. And then like, I don't know, I guess I can be, what is it, Raja and Bonita, and figure something out and like infuse that to propose to her. But I just thought it was really cool, man. But you know, obviously we bullshitting about it. But well, I mean, Jeff, man, what would you probably do? What Disney movie you think you would probably use to be creative for a woman for appreciate it?
I would use a Disney movie, man. I don't like that.
Yeah. All right. What about Shrek then? Shit, Shrek was angry.
I don't like Shrek either,
He understood the world. How people ain't shit. So that might work.
I don't know, man. I don't like that.
You can use.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
you can use the Boondocks.
I wouldn't even use I wouldn't even use a cartoon, man. I feel more like I would be more in line of like using one of my favorite action scenes. Would probably be.
So you gonna do fucking Yippee-Ki-Yay?
That'd be fire.
Literally.
That would be on point.
Fucking John
McClane style, man.
Shit, man. Or you can use Bad Boys 1. I bet when you woke up this morning, you didn't know your ass was gonna be proposed to. Instead of like you have a bullet.
See what I'm saying? I would be more like, yeah, that's perfect.
That's funny, man. But you know, I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool though, man. If you haven't seen it, check it out. TMZ did something like they got it. If you can look on TMZ, you can find that link to that. But we're gonna get into
it's going hard. Oh shit, I see it now.
Take cover, nigga. So we're gonna go into the second topic. Probably it might even be the last one. We'll see what time we got left. But okay, so Loni Love, comedian Loni Love, that's on The Real. She's a co-host on The Real, and I watched
that Cat Williams got into her ass.
No, I don't think so. No, that was another one. I think that was another girl. That's just shit. I forgot her name, but she used to be on Comic View. I don't think Loni was ever on Comic View though. I think Loni was on. She might have been Def Jam, like the Cat Williams, Mike Epps days. But but Loni Love, she spoke on how like she doesn't feel that black men know how to be faithful in a relationship. Now let me give you the backstory on this woman. She's speaking from experience before you decide to make any judgments on her, talking about you as a black man. If you're a black man, listen to this. Or
don't get in your feelings, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. So she's been with black men, and they've done her wrong. But if you go to, let's just say you go to Walmart and you have a bad experience. That doesn't mean that all Walmarts are fucking bad. It just means you had fucked up service that day. And that's just what it is. So you yourself are toxic, therefore you attracted toxic. If you want to be real about the shit, we got to get our head together so that we can get everything else together. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back. I mean, I like how she pointed out it goes back to Willie Lynch days and how they separated the black man from the family. Yeah, that plays a part too. But Deke was dropping some gems before we started the show about that shit. And as far as like speaking on the fact that you never hear in, I'm not gonna say other, let's say other communities. We're gonna specifically talk about white communities. You don't really hear, at least I don't, and Jeff obviously either.
I don't either.
I don't hear them talk about how men ain't shit. Like they're like white men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like or I don't need a man type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't. You don't hear white women talking about I don't need a man and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like how is it that it's the appreciation of everything. You don't value. So if you don't need a man, then you don't fucking value. You know what I'm saying? That's really what that boils down to me. And for some, I mean, I get it. You can survive. Yes, you can survive without a man. But it's just the fact of being valued. And a lot of women today, masculine women, do not value a man in their life. Not a good, at least not a good one. At least not one that's gonna do right by you. You know what I'm saying? So she's talking about, but getting back to the whole thing of being faithful. Cause you'll get that. You'll get a guy that actually does right by you, and because you so damn toxic from your previous shit, and you used to certain guys treating you a certain way, this guy comes along, he's different from the rest, and you treat him like shit. And so what do you think is gonna happen? What happens to your car when you don't take care of it? You don't do proper maintenance. The fucking car breaks down. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what's going on. So you just infuse toxic. You got somebody sitting there and they're gonna take, they're taking shit from you. They're taking shit from you. And then you're just going on about your business. Like, you're taking advantage of a good thing, knowing this individual was down, like, it's down for you. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh, he ain't man enough or some shit like that. So doing right by you makes a guy not man enough. Meanwhile, the guy that you think is man enough is out slashing whatever he wants to do. Might not even have a job. You know what I'm saying? He borrowing your car because you allow that shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a total mind fuck. It's a total fucking mind fuck. But I'm gonna let Deke hop in because, like, what you, like, just pretty much, like, catch up everybody what you was telling me, bro, before we even started the show, man.
About the whole, like, you don't see them saying that and stuff, man. Yep. It's you really, to me, you really don't. I don't know. Like, there might be some of my white friends out there, whoever could tell me, but I don't really see it like that. I know you really don't see it in the Hispanic community. Because they value they man like nothing like that. Some of them.
Let's not be too hasty.
They more like family oriented.
Yes, very family oriented, but indeed, like I think we talked about, I say, like, some black women and some Latin women want to be the fucking man in the relationship. Some black women and some Latin women want to fight for position. They don't want to work together as a team. They want to be the fucking. And I get it.
They go all the way back that Willie Lynch.
Yes,
like,
and that's really what it is.
It's been done for so long. It's been done so long that you just, like, they get used to it because, like, they get told by their parent and moms or whoever, you don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? You can take out child support on them. You can like, if they're low income or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they get government assistance. Government assistance, like, you don't need a man either. I'll take care of you. I mean, you still got a man taking care of you because the government is now your man.
Yep.
I mean, he's giving you money and he's pretty much helping take care of your kids, but if you have a dude in the house, they're like, nah, we can't give you that money. Mm-hmm. They're pretty much eliminating the man. You look at, like there's, I'm not, like, white people also get government assistance. You know what I'm saying? They get it more than we do if you look at the numbers. But yeah, they moms don't be telling them that you don't need a man. So if you watch, like, My Teenage Pregnancy or whatever that stuff is that used to come on MTV or whatever, you don't see their moms like, you don't need a man in your life to help you take care of the kid. Some of them do that. They say that. And they'll be like, I'll be here for you, but they still got they have their fathers in their home. You know what I'm saying? There's still a man around to help raise that kid or whatever, but that's like not in our community, man. It's elimination. Then the guys that, like, are successful, that's some of the shit they see. That's what they hear. They're like, well, why do I want to be with you if you don't need a man? Yeah. It's just like I say, it's not valuing. It's not valuing a man.
Yeah, you don't see value, man. And when you're not valued, it shows. I don't give a fuck what you go through in your relationship, your friendship. You can tell when you're not being fucking valued, and that shit works at you. It's like being at a job, and when you're on a job and you feel like your boss doesn't value the work that you do, you're not gonna give your best performance. That shit will decrease. And you eventually will leave. You will leave the situation at some point in time. It may take you years. It may take you months. Hell, it might even take you days. But you eventually are going to be like, I'm not valued here. I have to go and find. For one, I need to find my own value because I allowed this shit to go on myself to even be subjected to such. So you gotta find your own value, and then you work from there. You know what I mean? So I mean, like Loni, like I said, I like Loni putting in that Willie Lynch thing, but I do believe a lot of what she said is about experience, her experience with the black men that she's dated. Because I'm like, does her family members also have problems with the men they date? Probably, yeah, because that's what that's what it is. If somebody,
these are the guys that she has to be choosing though. This is like,
you'll never live
like
real shit. D.L. Hewley said this in a stand-up comedy. His first I'm coming home stand-up. He says, you'll never live to be a man until you see a man. So we're only going to model the behavior in which we see. Now, if I'm not a man, then okay, then I have to. Now I'm too old now. I'm in my fucking 30s, so I have to. Now it's time for me to take matters into my own hand and figure out how I can do this. But a lot of young boys are growing up. They're being spoiled. They're being spoiled by their mothers. They get anything they want, shit like that. But they're not being trained how to be men. You know what I'm saying? And these young boys are growing up to be adult boys. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand. Like if every day I'm eating fucking the fat part of ham every fucking day of my life from age 5 to like age 18, I'm not gonna learn at age 19 that if no one's told me that this shit is bad for me, I'm gonna continue to eat that shit. I'm not gonna just turn 18 and be like, oh, this shit is bad for me, I need to stop eating this shit. No, you have to be shown this shit. You need leadership. You need guidance. Everybody needs.
That's why a lot of people, man, like you said, that ham analogy. That's a funny thing to say because it's actually true.
That's what, you know what I'm saying.
When you tell them that like the pork's not good for me, like I'm gonna die from some anyway. I'm like, well, if you either die from old age or die from what you eat.
Yeah,
like,
man. So
that's a constant fucking decision.
But I mean, I respect Loni's statement. I don't necessarily agree with it fully, but I respect her statement. That's how she feels based off of what she's been through. And as she goes through different things, I mean, she thought things was going to be different when she got with a white man, and she ain't with the white man no more. So, I mean, something had to happen. Could it be that you're toxic? You know what I'm saying? Toxic only attracts toxic. That's the shit. And I don't think, and you know what I'm saying? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. I don't think you're ever going to be fully, like, removed from toxicity, but enough to where you're cognizant of it and you're working at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if we just doing shit just to do dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? If I know that this is a pressure point for you and I do that shit anyway, what we doing? No.
Arguing with each other.
And that's it. And we just trying to win the fucking argument. Well, one of us is trying to make sense and the other's trying to win the fucking argument. I know
I'm gonna say this. Y'all get mad. I want to be the bad guy.
Go ahead.
A lot of you women don't make sense, bro. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now, man. Y'all fellas don't be making no fucking sense at all.
That's a shot.
Don't be no logical. It's all built on emotion. It's like emotion. A lot of women, man, they build logic off emotion. I'm letting you know, emotion does not equal logic, yo. Nope. Stop with that bullshit. Just because you emotional and you and your feelings don't make that logical. Your feelings don't mean logic. Just letting you know. You can be in your feelings all day. It doesn't mean that it's a logical reaction because of how you feel. If that was based on how I feel, every conversation I get into with somebody, I'll punch them in the fucking face. And it should be logical. That's not logical. Emotion does not equal that.
Learn to control your emotions or they will control you.
Exactly.
That's Warren Buffett quote. That's a Warren Buffett quote, and that goes back into my financial literacy as I like to close it. We're gonna close out the show with a Deacon Balls rant that we just had and talking about financial literacy. My people, please. 1, financial literacy, and 2, mental health. You need to work on that shit. Learn what financial literacy means. Learn what it is. Follow Pinterest stuff. Follow hashtags on Instagram or Facebook.
Hey, go watch Vlad's business vlogs, man.
Yeah, and learn this shit, yo.
And they're like rich opinions of Warren Buffett.
There's this
bunch of people that's made money that grew up with nothing.
Yeah.
And they tell you shit, man. They let you know if you're one of those people that's designed to be like them or not. Yeah, so once you sit down and listen to them, you will realize that you're not like everybody else.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, Warren Buffett, and then the Forbes, the guy that the CEO of Forbes had a conversation. It's like an hour-long video, and they just dropping gem after gem in that video. I think that's something that everybody should check out. But we want to thank everybody for listening to the show. I gotta go hop in the shower and head to work because this is what I do. This is where we're interns right now at with this podcasting thing. But eventually, it's gonna lead to something great. I believe that. But right now, you know what I'm saying. Thanking everybody for listening to the show. Be sure to follow the 2 Cents Podcast Central YouTube channel. Subscribe to this. You're probably gonna hear it on YouTube first. If not, it'll probably be on Anchor and iTunes because it's on there. And what else? Instagram, you can follow up there the official Romey Mac page and also 2 Cents the podcast page. To the on Snapchat, the 2 Cents podcast is the name of that. And Deke, you got anything you want to drop before we finish this off, man?
Nah, that's it, boss.
Cool. Well, y'all heard it here. This is me, the Deke, and of course, a little bit of Logan up here. You know, Logan had to let y'all know how he felt on this shit too. But you know what I'm saying? We thank you guys for listening, but we out. Peace.